How you doing? David Qukslvr here. And in this video, like the thumbnail says, we are going to talk about cornhole lighting. Now, these boards are plain boards, don't have any lighting on them. They're not in the hole, anywhere around them. But what I do like about this cornhole lighting is these boards light up very well. Doesn't have to have overhead lighting. This is portable lighting, and what I'm going to show you right now is what I'm talking about. It's probably the best lighting for cornhole play out there. Okay, so most of the lighting is basically in the hole, underneath the hole, or on the back of the board, lighting up the board, and it sort of shines out, which is not very good. What it doesn't do, it doesn't really light up the pathway or anything around the board that you really need. And what I'm going to show you right now is my little invention. I've been playing with it for quite a few years. This is it's called a pit light. I'm going to plug it in a couple seconds here. It's not very dark out, but you'll definitely see it has two spotlights inside the tube. One here and one on the other side. And then you also have two floodlights that shine upward, and they light up the follow-through. So you can see what your bag's doing and all that stuff. You don't really need the follow-through because you really don't stare at your bag through the air, but it's nice to have. Definitely nice to have. And what happens is if you have let's say, like this has something to reflect the light off of, like maybe a tree canopy, the floodlights actually reflect off of the canopy of the trees and light down everything around the pitching area. So it's a sort of an indirect lighting. And let me explain why I developed these here. Shields are there so you don't stare at the light, and the bulbs are recessed into that tube far enough where you can't see them either. Okay? So basically no light is in your eyes. It's only where the light needs to be is on the boards and up in the air for your follow-through. So let me go ahead and turn these on. I'll turn all the lights off, turn these on, and you'll be able to see somewhat what they do. Okay, so here's I got everything shut down, all the cabinet lighting. It's somewhat dark in here. It's not something you'd really want to be pitching in. A little lighter over there because they have it up. So it shows you how dark it is, and now I will go and plug it in. Okay, I've plugged in the pit light. Got everything. All the lights are working, and you can just tell at 27 feet foul line to foul line, it sprays a very good light over the entire board, walkway, things behind it, and above it. So that's what I'm saying. If you have a canopy, the reflection from that canopy will light the ground around it pretty well. Okay. And the next thing I did was I have this outlet, and when you plug it in, now you can plug your phones in, boombox, whatever you want. Obviously all powered up. And then if you stand over here on the foul line, you notice that you can clearly see the board, and you cannot see any bulbs. So you don't have anything in your way when you're pitching. Especially, it's nice when it's dark that you're not seeing a bulb every now and again. You do not see the bulb at all, so you don't have. So this is a second generation light. And what I did with the first generation is I had those blinders, the light blockers, I made those permanent so they couldn't be moved. But on this one, thought about it. all you do is fold them down, and you can actually take them off. I have a piece of steel here and a piece of steel there, and the two are tied together by 3 super magnets. So all you do is just slide these up here, and you just stand it up. So that makes stowing this away, you know, putting it into storage a little easier, and you don't have to worry about hauling this around and snapping those light blinders or light blockers off. I handled mine so delicately. The first prototype pit light I had, the light blockers were actually mounted, I just screwed them right in, and I didn't like that, and I wanted to make sure that this second prototype was a little bit different and a little cooler option. So hope you like it. So that's my pit light. Specifically for cornhole, it is smaller. I do have a larger one that you've probably seen on a video for my horseshoes, which is about 7 feet. I can definitely make that one smaller. But this is my cornhole light. It's portable, so if your buddy doesn't have any type of lighting, you can just throw it in your trunk, bring it over to his house, plop it down, plug it in, and go. Have any questions, comments? Throw them in the comments section down there, and I'll get to them. Thanks.